The Crusader Knights rise deep within a war that stretches across generations, a brutal conflict where faith intersects with fury in claustrophobic trenches. Forget the legendary shining armor and sunlit fields. In this case, gas masks and flickering incense replace steel and sunlight. Their faith, a warped fusion of devotion and fanaticism, fuels their relentless pursuit. Join us as we examine the Crusader Knights' layers. We'll journey through their fractured orders, witness the horrific trials that forged them into warriors, and explore the unholy instruments they wield in this never-ending war. This is a story of unwavering faith, nightmarish transformation, and the desperate struggle for survival in the Trench Crusade. The ultimate heresy here is that the blame falls not on some distant, rebellious figure, but on the once noble Templar Knights. Whispers claim they opened a gateway to hell itself, unleashing demonic forces and forever damning humanity to an endless war within choked trenches. This act of ultimate heresy birthed the infernal hordes the Crusader Knights now fight, forever branding them with a twisted power and marking them as both humanity's saviors and harbingers of a darker future. This presented the church's princes with a grave and challenging predicament. The armies of hell threaten all of creation, so the faith has never needed its best warriors more. However, the betrayers responsible for this catastrophic situation emerged from within the ranks of the sacred military orders sworn to defend the church. How can the faithful regain trust in their knights, considering their demonstrated susceptibility to temptation? Following extensive consideration, the Council of Saints proposed a resolution. In order to express remorse for the significant transgression of the Templars, each and every Crusader Knight was required to take a solemn vow of penance. Joining one of the military orders voluntarily leads to damnation, and the only path to salvation is a magnificent battle against the infernal powers. If they died of disease, injury, or old age, they would not receive the last rites, and would be buried in unmarked trenches reserved for the condemned. The 4 rites of passage, which are as follows, uphold their vows. The first, propagation of the faith, bombards initiates with twisted religious dogma, ensuring unwavering loyalty and a chilling fear of heresy. This indoctrination scars their minds as deeply as the next rite, the chemical baptism. This potent concoction grants superhuman strength and resilience, but it comes at a terrible cost. Knights must rely on specially treated oxygen for survival, as it ravages their bodies and clouds their minds. Only those who endure this transformation progress to the trial by fire, a grueling gauntlet of combat that tests not just martial prowess, but unwavering faith. Those who crawl from the flames become true knights. Finally, their perpetual pilgrimage defines their existence. The knights are constantly on the move within the trench network, forever seeking the most fiercely contested battles. This unending crusade is a testament to their devotion and a chilling reminder of the relentless war they wage. These not only strengthen their physical beings, but they also establish a profound connection to their sacred oath in both the present and the afterlife. This effectively rendered any additional heresy unattainable. However, it came at the cost of an initiate's soul. A Trench Crusader Knight is a terrifying sight to behold. Their armor is a grim fusion of medieval plate and the necessities of trench warfare. They have augmented the core, a recognizable breastplate, with armored panels protecting the legs, shoulders, and helm. This metal shell is dented, scarred, and likely adorned with religious iconography. Crucifixes welded onto the breastplate or scripture etched into the greaves. But the most striking feature is the gas mask grafted onto the inside of the helm. Thick reinforced glass forms its visor, providing a distorted view of the battlefield while shielding the knight from the toxic fumes permeating the trenches. Smoke constantly billows from vents at the top of the helm, the byproduct of incense constantly burning within the armor. This incense serves 2 purposes. It acts as a rudimentary air filter and fills the claustrophobic suit with a sickly sweet aroma, a twisted attempt to mask the stench of death and decay that hangs heavy in the air. The knight's weapon choices depend on their order. A hospitaller might wield a seemingly ordinary sword, the thrice-blessed blade, rumored to crackle with divine energy that sears heretical flesh. A Templar might carry a censer cannon, a monstrous weapon spewing forth choking clouds of alchemical fire and incense to both purge and incinerate the enemy. Regardless of their specific armament, all Crusader Knights carry a heavy devotional weapon, a spiked flail, a massive halberd, or a holy battle axe, a grim reminder that their war is as much about religious fervor as battlefield dominance. These knights are not soldiers, they are instruments of a twisted faith, their very bodies a fusion of machine and martyr, all geared towards one purpose, the eradication of heresy in the name of the Creator. There are numerous Crusader orders from different regions of Christendom. Organizations such as the Knights Hospitaller have received official approval from the Church and have complete control over troops that directly report to them. Only a few devoted zealots belong to some orders, while the Church does not officially approve others. These individuals may belong to unconventional religious groups with peculiar doctrines that closely resemble heretical ideas, such as the Order of Iscariot. The Church permits their presence on the condition that they allocate all their resources towards the Great War, and the four rites oblige them to engage in combat against the heretics. There are also lesser-known knights, like the Order of the Penitent Flame, who charge into battle with burning flails and chant a chilling mix of self-flagellation and holy fury. The Sisters of the Iron Sepulchre, an all-female order dressed in spiked armor, also view death as a glorious ascension and revel in close-quarters combat with heavy bolters. Despite their doctrinal differences, a unifying principle binds them: the four rites, a brutal gauntlet that transforms them into instruments of faith and fear. So, the veil has been lifted on the Crusader Knights. We've seen their fractured orders, the horrifying trials that forge them, and the holy instruments they wield in this perpetual war. The question remains, are they humanity's last bastion of hope, clinging to a twisted faith in the face of an unending enemy, or are they harbingers of a darker future, either way this war plays out? The answer, like the smoke from their incense burners, hangs heavy in the air of the Trench Crusade. But one thing is certain, the Crusader Knights are a force unlike any other, a chilling testament to the enduring power of faith, and once they enter the fray, it all changes. Suddenly soldiers feel hope, however warped it may become.